Good evening, everyone. This is Sid here, and I'm back with JFTNA December 22nd. That is a new way to live, and that is from Basic Text, page 87. Like always, I'm going to read through the whole thought, and then probably we'll come back to trying to explain it in my words. Hopefully, you will like it and give me a like or share and watch the video right till the end because I have something else to say after the thought is over. When at the end of the road we find that we can no longer function as a human being either with or without drugs, we all face the same dilemma: either go on as best we can to the bitter ends, jail, institution, or death, or find a new way of life. What was the worst aspect of active addiction? For many of us, it wasn't a chance that we might die someday of our disease. The worst part of was the living death experience every day, never ending meaninglessness of life. We felt like walking ghosts, not living loving parts of the world around us. And I think I have not brought the other part of it. I'll try and get it right there. Just give me a second over here, please. Okay, there it is. That is for you over here so that you can read it also. In recovery, we've come to believe that we are here for a reason: to love ourselves and to love others. In working the 12 steps, we have learned to accept ourselves. With self acceptance has come self respect. We've seen that everything we do has an effect on others. We are a part of the lives of those around us and they of ours. We began to trust other people and acknowledge our responsibilities for them. In recovery, we've come back to life to maintain our new lives by contributing to the welfare of others, seeking each day to do that better. That's where the 10th, 11th, 12th steps come in. The days of living like a ghost are past, but only so long as we actively seek to be healthy, loving, contributing parts of our own lives and the lives of others around us. And just for today, I have found a new way to live. Today, I will seek to serve others with love and to love myself. Now, the beauty of this whole thing is that it comes with also understanding that each and every time that we go through with this, we try not to look at it at a rock bottom way. Because each time we're reading this, when we, at the end of the road, we find we can no longer function as a human being, that's the rock bottom. I mean, how low can you go after that? There is only three options for us: jail, institution, or death, or find a new way to live. And that is when you start to think that no, I cannot live like this, and I have to stop it. I have to change myself. I have to stop doing this because this is the end of the road for me. I cannot do it any further. Now, understanding the whole fact, understanding this is something that is absolutely necessary for each and every one. And it requires a lot of, uh, you need to look and dig deep inside you to find whether you need recovery or not, because this is the end of the road. And if you have done it, which I do it regularly, I actually do it regularly. Every day, I think, every day I find myself in a place that I do inventory and I see how many people have I helped today. Can I help somebody else? When I go to a rehab, thank you, Shatrughan. And that is my buddy Shatrughan Senapati, who's come and seeing my life now. Now, each time I talk to people, I go to rehabs, I spend time with other recovering addicts or other still suffering addicts, I feel that there is a part of me that gets rejuvenated each and every time that I do it. In Hindi, we call it एक जिंदा दिली आ जाती है अपने अंदर. That means you start living again. And when you look at the person who's sitting right in front of you, who's so disgruntled because he's in this position that we're talking about in this thought. Every day when he gets up, he gets that hangover, he gets that horrible feeling in his stomach that what happened yesterday? I can't live like this. I have to stop. I have to stop. Oh God, give me the strength never to do this again. But then again, tomorrow, same thing happens. Till the time he's yanked out of that situation and brought into a rehab, the same thing happens, or into an A or AA or wherever I found him. The same thing happens. The story repeats itself. In recovery, we've come to believe that we are here for a reason. In recovery, I have come to believe that my purpose in life is to help still suffering addicts. I don't care what the gender is, if it is male, female, neutral gender, doesn't matter. Only if I can help someone come out of the misery that they're going through with addiction, the things that they want to do but they're not able to do because of their addiction, because of their non-acceptance of their position. In ANA, I don't know how many of you do that. Like I said in my last life, I still love tobacco. I can't leave tobacco right now. But there are people who've gone cold turkey on everything. I mean, starting from cigarettes to tobacco to drugs to alcohol, they've done it all, and I respect them. And they when I see them, I find myself in a place where I think that I've lost out on that small thing, that little bit that I needed to do. I should have quit tobacco, and that would have been the end of all addictions for me. But somehow I've not been able to do that. Now, I have accepted the fact that I'm comfortable with tobacco and I don't want to leave it. I'm not harming others. I'm taking my precautions as far as I know. And that is why I respect myself, because the rest of the things I'm not doing. I'm not taking alcohol. I smoke whenever I'm around friends who are smoking, otherwise I don't. I do community service, I teach people, I spend hours together. Today was a grueling 14-hour day for me, but after I came back, I came live so that I could talk to you guys, because I miss you guys and I want to have a connection with you people. That's why I've come back. And I wanted to, spend time with people. And a lot of things change when you stick to your routine and you want to continue doing the things that you can do to make a change in the society around you. Now, look at this. With self-acceptance comes self-respect. We have seen everything we do has an effect on others. I mean, if I get angry when I go to a rehab and I'm talking to people, I get angry when I see, because generally what happens is that when I'm dealing with 100 and 120 people on a daily basis, I'm doing classes for them, I generally don't want to know their names, because when I know their names, then what happens is I get a little bit closer to them. And when they relapse, if they do relapse, then I feel very bad. Some occasions, there was one boy I remember clearly. His name was same to my son's name, and when I saw him back in the rehab, I was petrified, because I had given him everything. I sat with him, I spoke to him, I hugged him, I gave him love, affection, everything. I gave him a path, I gave him I'm sorry, I'm using a lot of I's over here, but whatever possible I did, but he still came back because he relapsed in 7 days, 3 days. And that really affected me. So what I do affects others, and what others do affects me. We are a part of the lives of people around us, and they are. We've begun to trust other people and acknowledge our responsibility to them. If I don't trust someone, I can't teach them, because if I try to teach them and I don't trust them, then I will be in constant fear that whatever I'm trying to download to them, it's not happening. They're not downloading those things into them. They're not listening to me. And that scares me, because I'm a failure as a teacher, as a coach, as a life coach, as a person. I'm a failure if I'm not able to download my thoughts into people. Now, with recovery, whether I am a recovering addict or you are or whoever is, with recovery, we've come back to life. We were half dead, maybe 70% dead when we were in active addiction. Now we've come back. Now we've come back. Now, to maintain this life, we need to constantly add cookie points to our lives. We constantly need to add better things to our lives. And that is where the 10th, 11th, and 12th step come in. And the days of living like a ghost, living alone, not talking to people, being disgruntled, hating who you are over. You are in recovery. You've got millions of people around you who are constantly looking at you, who love you, who are willing to forgive you even if you slip, who are willing to hug you and bring you back to the fold of ANNA even if you have slept. You got people on your corner right now. During active addiction, you didn't have that. What were you doing in active addiction? If you remember, I remember clearly what I was doing. In the morning, I'll get up, I'll go to office, and I'll wait for 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, whenever I'm getting out of the office, and I will go straight to a bar. The waiter knew how many pegs to line up for me. He would line up 6 to 8 pegs for me. I'll quickly finish them. Within 8 pegs, in around about 35 minutes, 40 minutes, I'll finish it. Then I'll get back on my bike, come to the closest booze shop, take 180 ml, shove it down my pants somewhere, and then come back home. Before sleeping, I would gulp that 180 ml. And that was my routine. I didn't want to meet anyone. I didn't want to talk to anyone, because they would smell the alcohol in my breath and they would want to dissuade me from taking it. So I would lead a life of a ghost. I would not want to come in eye contact with my wife or my mother or my boss or my friends, because they would lecture me, and I don't want that lecture. I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted alcohol. I still love it. And I knew that I could not do without it. I know that if I gain proximity towards alcohol even today, I might lose my way. And I'm afraid of alcohol. Not alcohol per se, I'm afraid of the feeling that alcohol gives me, because it made me a damn uncrowned king of the world. I thought I would ride my bike as if nobody's business. I would fall down, but I would get up and ride it again and come back. I would take unnecessary risks, financially, physically, emotionally. I would take those risks because I thought that I am the only person shouldering the whole world. I thought I was the only person who was sacrificing so much for the world that there was no one who was doing more than me. But in reality, that was not. I was doing nothing. I was earning enough money for my EMIs to carry on, because every credit card was there. There was around about 35,000 that I had to pay every month. And my grandiosity that was inside me, the grandiosity of my madness was there. So what I would do is I would make sure that I would have enough money so that I could probably share my drink with everybody. Everybody. Even in the bar, sometimes it was open. Go, bloody hell, take whatever you want. It's yours. I had no business doing it because I didn't have enough money for even, taking care of myself. When I left all this, when I left being a total asshole, I was in bits and pieces. I didn't know who to face, how to face. As soon as I came to recovery, I was broken in a million pieces. People around me helped me to find those pieces, connect them together, and make me whole again. And today, if I am a person who's able to help people, who's able to make other people whole again, that means I have achieved something that I had never imagined that I would be able to achieve. Never, ever, ever in my life did I ever imagine that I would be able to achieve that. 1 second. And frankly speaking, every day I come on live, I think that today I won't be able to do more than 10 minutes of being live, but right now I'm 17 minutes live, and I still think that I have a lot of things that I need to get off my chest because I'm doing my inventory, I'm doing my sharing online with so many people, and just enjoying it, enjoying the hell out of it. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. So, this is the new me. This is the new me that has been invented and curated specially by the people of AANA, the relatives around me who've helped me to combine those broken pieces that was lying all about the show after I left my addiction and to make it a beautiful, beautiful human being today who wants to help everybody, who loves everybody, who has his emotions all sorted out, and who I have submitted my life to recovery. I don't care whether I have enough money or not. I don't care whether I can probably be one of those people who's become very successful in recovery because there are all sorts of people who are very successful in recovery monetarily. But spiritually, I am at my peak and I love it. I hope you can join me in this journey of recovery and be a part of this wondrous, wondrous life of non addiction, of quitting addiction, of quitting stuff that can ruin your mind, ruin your brain, ruin your sense, ruin your family, ruin everything. Come on, do it with me, be with me, help me, and believe me, it's a beautiful life and you're going to enjoy it every minute of the day. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe this video because each time I do this live, I am spending a lot of time. I didn't know I will spend a lot of time curating these videos and coming and talking to you, and I enjoy doing it. But sometimes when I see, that there are not many members who are looking at me when I'm doing it, I feel a little demotivated. So I would request you to please like, share, and subscribe, whichever way it is possible. Come on and see me live and cheer me on so that I can do this every day. Thank you so much for so lovingly watching and giving me your time for today's live. Love you all, and I would like you all to have a great, great, great life. Thank you so much.